perspective, what laws do you think that we need to be advocating for these kids that they're not abiding by?
Okay, so definitely, you all need to start some type of, community pact to get more involved in what happens in Baton Rouge. That's first and foremost. I don't find that the community advocates are in tune with what's happening with the laws that are being passed in Baton Rouge that affect everyone. The school board has a right to do what it determines is in the best interest of the system.
Financially?
No.
Not morally?
Well, you asked me about law.
Yeah, you're right.
You
Go
asked
ahead.
me about law, so
Continue.
I'm gonna stick with that. But I'll cap it off because I know we're pressed for time here.
Oh, you got it. Go ahead.
So with that being said, Mr. Donovan, essentially what occurred here is that the school board didn't follow policy and procedure that's in place to allow for them to do what they need to do, right? So the way that the law operates is this, and this is for any law. This is what I want y'all to remember, because you can apply common sense to it. You don't need to know what the statute says, all right, guys? I'm going to teach y'all a little bit, all right? So every law that we have that affect our society has a built-in due process system. Okay? What's due process? It is fair notice, not just notice, fair notice, and opportunity to be heard. If you can remember that with every scenario that affects any group of people, any class of people, and you just feel it in your gut, you just believe something's wrong with this. Think about due process.
Yep.
And that's what occurred with Lafayette Parish school system, is that they violated due process when they didn't follow the open meetings law. Okay,
so we talking about due process, right? Let's talk about the same situation with Northside, with what happened with the principal, and shout out your husband. He was one of the first that broke that story.
Yeah.
Okay, the Karen Crow principal didn't get suspended, but then we asked the superintendent, why was the Northside principal suspended? Again, no due process. He just said, oh, I don't know, but I think he broke a law. How you have due process when we have somebody in charge that's ignorant? I'm sorry, I'm going to call it what it is. How can you be ignorant at a job, and then we talk about DEI and all of this for a fair opportunity, but the person in charge does not know his job?
Well, listen, you have a ton of, I heard about 10 valid points in that little snippet of what you said, and I appreciate your passion.
Man.
And we definitely need it in our community, in this society at large, right? And you're putting that passion to work here by putting this out at the forefront. A lot of times, and I'm gonna put it to you like this, applying what you just said, even in court, anything is admissible if there's no objection. Right? People can do what they're wanting to do until there's objection.
Yes. Nobody's there to vote on it. If I'm passing the thing, y'all not there to speak up.
What did we say about, what did I start out saying earlier? That we need to be in tune with what's going on in Baton Rouge. Doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter your situation, etc. Right?
Yes.
Everything that you just said is correct. Right? Because everything needs to match up. That's called equal protection.
Yes.
See, I'm giving you another law.
I'm learning.
Give you another law.
Yes, ma'am.
Give you another law. Equal protection under the law means that when it's apples to apples, it must be treated the same. Okay? That's the 14th Amendment.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? So you need to know the 5th and the 14th Amendment. The